All right, Big Bang. Today is Thursday. It is January 26th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Today, in my estimation, I'm joined by an absolute legend. I am joined by Salvador Lamas, who owns Taco Burrito King, a Mexican franchise restaurant. Family-owned empire. Yeah, franchise is not a good word. I don't mean it like that. I mean it as he made one restaurant, and that's been good enough to create multiple other restaurants, right? Family-owned restaurants, okay? Salvador Lamas, and here's the thing, okay? It's legendary on northwest side of Chicago, and there's other places here in other parts of the city and the suburbs. But I know it's a national show, so I'm going to do it under the guise of just owning a late-night Mexican restaurant. But needless to say, Salvador, thank you for coming on. I'm excited for this.
I'm excited as well. I'm happy to be here.
But before we really get things going, I do want to talk about our friends at Miller Lite, because from holiday gatherings and office parties to fireside conversations and football Sundays, winter means more moments with the coolest people in your life. Make these moments even better with Miller Lite, the great tasting light beer for people who love beer. A new year is the perfect time for friends, family, and a great tasting light beer. It's Miller time. Listen, I like Miller Lite because it doesn't taste like water. You know, you're getting that light beer, but it actually tastes like beer, which is important if you like the taste of beer, okay? So we all know Chicago office, we're Miller Lite guys, and that's just the way it is. So Miller Lite is brewed for taste. It hits different than other light beers. It's made from simple ingredients. Miller Lite is for the people who love the taste of beer. Malted barley gives it the rich, balanced toffee note flavors and the golden color you know and love. And a clean finish means that it's always refreshing and easy to drink. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/redline to find the delivery options near you. Or, let's be honest, it's Miller Lite, people. You could pick it up pretty much anywhere they sell beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. All right, let's hop into the interview. Yeah, so all right, let's start. TBK, how'd you get into the game? How did this all start?
Well, it actually started back in 1992. My younger brother was kind of in between jobs, decided, I'm not happy working for somebody. So he decided to start looking for something that he could do on his own. So he asked a friend that owned a restaurant, a Mexican restaurant, if he could come in and train, get his hands on, the grill, prep, take a look at the aspect of running a business. So our friend said, yeah, sure enough. I mean, I can always use a couple set of hands, and, if you got some brain, you can pick it up. And about a year and a half later, he started looking all over the place. Couldn't find anything that he could afford. So he came to the family one day. We're having a get-together at the house, and he said, I'm thinking of buying a restaurant. Everybody said, buying a restaurant? What is you with the lottery or something? So he said, no, I'm looking for something really simple, something so that one of my friends and I can start working on. So he said, I need help. So we said, yeah, find whatever you need and then come to us and see what we can do. So they found a tiny little hot dog place at the corner of Belmont and Harlem. The owner was ready to retire. He just wanted to get rid of it. So he said, take over the lease. Don't remember exactly how much he asked for the equipment, which was not worth a whole lot. But yeah. My brother and his buddy said, this is something that we can afford. We may be able to survive. So they went ahead, came to the house, came to the family again and said, we need $20,000. So everybody kind of pitched in a little bit and gave him loans and said, go ahead. So they went in and started working on it, and that was no business whatsoever. So they kept going on it and on and on and on. 2 years passed by, they kind of were surviving on their own. They were kind of, making each one their own all salary, so they were kind of happy. One thing led to another. The friend thought that he knew enough, and he wanted to go on his own. So he told my brother, can you handle it yourself? He said, yeah, why not? He said, buy me out. So then my brother said, "Oh my God, I didn't think I was I was ready for this, but let's see what I can do." So he invited my older brother. He was working at a factory, and he was okay. He was bringing bringing a salary home, and he was surviving okay. But he said, come on, this could be something that we can work together. So he bought his partner off, and my older brother joined him, and they kept working on it for I think it was 5.5, 6 years, and then the lease expired. The gentleman that owned the property said, I'm gonna sell the property. You guys want it? It's, well, they thought, a tiny little bit, like a 2.5 car garage, falling apart. The equipment was, close to garbage as possible.
And for people that don't like, it was it was like a hut, right? It wasn't like, it was just a little.
It was a tiny little bit thing.
Yeah.
With, white, but it was so greasy that they kept washing it and painting it. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a tiny little bit hot. Little bit hot.
A little hot.
Little hot indeed. And so they said, oh, how much can this little thing be worth it? They thought maybe $100,000 or something. The gentleman says, $229,000. So they almost fell behind. So they came back, like, we're really family. The family is really close. So they came to us, hey, they're selling the property, but we think they're trying to rip us off. So how much is it? No, over $200,000. So, well, we don't know what the properties are like in the neighborhood, so let's check it out. So we started looking, and everything was $300,000. Two places that were not established, and they wanted 350. As a matter of fact, we look at a place that we now own. There was a hot place on North and Harlem. It was a hamburger place, and they had it for sale. They wanted $350,000. So after, a couple months of looking, said, what the man is asking is not a it's the right price. So now, of course, they didn't have the money. The family didn't have the money. So we kind of said, talk to the man. He's retiring. He's really old. He's wealthy. I don't think he needs the money. Ask him if he can finance it. So when they went and approached him, he said, hey, can you help us out? I mean, we're being really good with you. We pay the rent on time. We're keeping up the place as best as we can. So why not help us out? I said, what are you talking about? Well, give us a loan for 5 years. We'll pay it off for 5 years, or after 5 years, we'll get our own money and from a bank, and we'll buy it out. The men agree. So they by the end of the 5 years, they were already making significant money. They were trying to pay ahead of time the mortgage, and then they had enough money where a bank would actually give him a loan on something that was not worth a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's like what, 2001-ish, 2000-ish?
No, it was 99, I think.
99, okay.
99, yeah, okay. 99. So they got a loan, and then at the end of 99, they had a health department inspection. And by then, we were already thinking that this building wasn't, because we're having more and more difficulty passing health department inspections, because they were having a decent volume already, and the equipment was super old. It was really, really difficult to keep it up and running. That's where they kept coming to me, because some used to work at a big manufacturing plant in El Grove Village. I took care of all the energy savings, all the maintenance, preventive maintenance, and they kept calling me, my refrigerator is not working. My grill, the thermostat went out. My air conditioner, we can barely run. So I said, I can't do miracles. This building is falling apart.
Yeah.
We can't put good money into bad building. He said, so now that you guys have a loan, now that the building is yours, you guys have the business. Why not knock it down and rebuild it? Oh, but how are we gonna survive? How long is it gonna take? I don't know how long it's gonna take, and how much it's gonna cost. But let's investigate it. So we went into talk to an architect. We drew some prints, and I believe it was November 1999. We were ready to go. We had applied for permits, and we had the permits when they called me one day. We have the city inspector here. She's going to shut us down. What do you mean she's going to shut us down? Yeah. She says that you can't keep running this building, this restaurant in this building under these conditions. Can you ask her if she can wait 5-10 minutes? I was on the way there. So she waited patiently, came in, set up prints, permits, everything. Don't shut us down. Let us just line up contractors and everything else, and give us a break. She said, okay. How long do you need? Give us to the end of the year. She signed to continue open. In December, we turned it off, had everybody line up. We built it like less than 4 months. April 10, 2000, we reopened. We were, of course, at the middle of the road, we ran out of money because so we talked to friends, more family, and everybody helped out, and we managed to complete the building that we presently have, which is, night and day. Night and day, yeah. I remember clearly a gentleman next door to us, it was an Italian community back then, and we have Italian businesses. We still do, next door to us. And he came in one day, and I was, kind of putting the last touches on it, and says, well, what is this? Is this going to be a bank or something? It's going to take a lot of tacos and burritos to pay for this building. We know that, and we're praying to God that things work out.
Yeah.
And they have. Thank you. They have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's what, I should have, so that's one. How many have you guys opened since? How many are there?
After that, we went as high as 13. 13? Yeah, but during the pandemic, we lost 2 of them.
Okay, so we're down to 11.
Down to 11.
Is that one of the hip locations or no?
The hip is the one that went out.
Okay, all right.
And then we had one in downtown.
Okay.
West Loop.
Okay.
Actually, what is it? Wells and Van Buren.
Okay.
So right in the loop.
Yeah, okay.
Wells and Van Buren. That one was still working decently. It's just the rioters came in and destroyed we were close.
Yeah.
We were close. So one night we got the alarm, we got the calls from the police, the fire department, and else. You guys got to come over here. So your building, your restaurant is in complete.
Oh, no, that's a shame.
They destroyed it big time.
What'd they do?
They broke all the windows.
Wow.
They broke the doors, got in, had a party there, I guess, and just vandalized it.
No
shit. They didn't take, there was nothing to take. What are they going to take? Pepsi-Colas, Coca-Colas? Right. They destroyed the POSs and a couple computers that we had in there, and some of the furniture, and they dropped all the food from the walk-in coolers on the floor. It was a complete mess.
That's a shame.
So we came in, boarded everything up, cleaned it up, and got calls from the city. Say, oh, don't worry about it. We're going to help you out. We got calls from the state. Don't worry. Let things settle. Things settle down, and the state is here to help you.
Nothing ever happened.
Nothing.
That's dog shit.
Yeah, I know. The only thing we got is our insurance. They did decent.
Yeah.
They did decent. Our lease was going to expire in 6 months, so we waited it out. When the lease expired, got out of there.
Really?
But we lost big time there.
Man, I hate
because we had to rebuild the restaurant.
Yeah.
To give it back.
To give it to someone else.
Yeah. So
because you were leasing the place.
Yeah, we're leasing the place.
Yeah.
We're leasing
Man,
the place.
that's terrible.
And
yeah.
put good money into bad business already.
Oh yeah, that's
But
terrible.
Yeah.
And I should have just clarified off the top too. Like this is no late night restaurant. We're talking about a late night Mexican restaurant too that has security guards. There's some stuff that goes on at TBK, so that's kind of what I want to get into too. So, 11 locations. What's the what do you think too? Well, I want to get into security and all that, but what do you think is the key to late night Mexican places succeeding?
Well, the key for us, and I think, I can speak for most of the places that are open late. It's you gotta provide good quality food at a quick time. You can't have people there, especially in the smaller place. You can't have people there for more than 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
In and out, and so it has to work like a clock. I mean, everybody has to be coordinated. Line people up, bring people in, line them up, make sure security, informs the new people that don't know how things operate. You go here, place your order. Once you place your order, you move over to the other side. You make sure you have your receipt on hand. You know your order number. When the order number is called, make sure you grab it. And if you can kindly,
Yeah.
yeah, especially after the pandemic.
Yeah.
And some of the small places, that's exactly how things work. We have bigger locations where people can sit down, and so it's a little different. But like in Greektown, even though we added, another 800 square feet or 900 square feet, that's how we are operating. 10 p.m., that's to go only. No sit downs. People, it's inconvenient. Some people don't have a place. There's 3 or 4 people in the car. They don't want to be eating in the car.
Yeah.
But, we want to provide the service for everybody, not just a few.
Yeah.
And if you let your place fill with 40, 50 people, and then a lot of times this is people that come from a party. They have been drinking or God knows what else. So a little bump can start a fight.
Wow. There's a lot of fights in your restaurant, right?
We've been lucky. Where they haven't happened too often anymore. So we got things under control.
Yeah, well, it's not. Listen, you guys do a great job. You guys have a security guard. It's not. I'm not saying it's not your fault or anything, but it's just the nature of the beast. Like, and we're like I said, where I grew up on the Northwest Side, it's just known. You go to a bar, and it's there for you at the end of the night. TBK. That's what's there.
Time to sober up.
Exactly.
Time to
TBK
sober up.
is there.
Yeah, and the food. It's no different. If you go there at 10 a.m. or midnight, it's going to be the same quality of food.
Yeah.
Same quality of food. So people trust it.
Yeah.
I'm not going there to get sober, but, it helps out.
Yeah, for sure.
You go, spend 5-10 minutes there, get your food, you go eat it, and kind of helps you out recoup.
Yeah, well, I got so many questions for this too. So do you get offended when people try to say it's drunk food?
I don't hear it often.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't get offended.
Yeah,
because I'm there on a regular basis on the weekends.
Yeah,
so I know who comes in.
Yes,
but by the same token, we try to provide a quality service and the quality attention so that we can mix that people. We can have people that are on their way to work, coming out of work, not drunk or, so that's a perfect mix. Because you have 30, 40 people and they're all drunk, the chances of a fight or a little argument or something that can flare up are increased. But if you keep your quality of service, quality of food, people, police officers, CTA workers, Metra, UPS, all those people, they come in and they kind of break down the drunkenness of some
totally
of the atmosphere.
Totally, because I always wondered that, like how does the owner feel about like being like, oh, that's a drunk spot, Well, it's like, well, like you said, the food is the same
regardless
throughout the day, regardless. Yes. And I have a theory too. Like, here's what I always say too, because another place that gets lumped in with that would be like White Castle, right? People will say, "Oh, you go whatever, you get White Castle, you'll be feeling that the next day. It'll be coming out the other end." But to me, it's always like, well, are you blaming that, or are you blaming the shitty drinks you were having, the bottom shelf, liquor you were drinking the night before? So that's where it's like I feel like a lot of the stuff that gets scapegoated. You know what I mean? There's not it's unfair. Is what I'm saying.
It is unfair because we do. I mean, and the name is a reputation. I mean, we have. I mean, I get recognized. I'm in Aurora. I'm in Joliet. I'm in Skokie. I'm Niles. Wherever we have places, people. Oh, I remember you from TBK and Harlem and Belmont, or TBK Greektown, or
Harlem Higgins.
You go to all the places. Yeah, I go to all the places.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you do it? I don't go to all the places every single day.
Yeah.
I tried to go to the closest one, but I'm in charge of design, building, engineering, and maintenance. So I have to go to all the places. I have to be responsible for the refrigeration, for the air conditioners, for the air makeups, the plumbing, electrical. So I have to know how the equipment is working.
Yeah.
If I send somebody to do maintenance, if I don't follow up, I'm going to be really upset if I get woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning saying that the hood stopped working.
Yeah.
They can. I mean, you can have 30, 40 people and the hood stops working. So preventive maintenance has to be top priority.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What is now going to all that? What is is there a security guard at every restaurant?
No, not all the restaurants.
Not all the restaurants?
Presently, we have them on 3 locations.
3 locations?
Harlem and Higgins, Harlem and Belmont, and Greektown.
Okay.
Hosted in Jackson.
All right. And that's, all right. So the security, you need those guys, though.
We do.
Yes,
We do.
you need
We
those
do.
guys.
And we did, particularly during the pandemic, when people were, I don't even know what to say. I mean, they were feeling offended by anything.
Well, pull the mask up, whatever. Fuck you. Yeah,
don't tell me what to do.
Yes,
and
exactly.
I do whatever I want, and I'm paying for your services. Why?
Yes.
The city is asking us to enforce the law. Don't get offended at me. I mean, if we ask you to wear your mask, that means if we don't want to have the city come and shut us down.
Yeah.
So just help us out, provide you a good service.
Yes.
And a lot of people got offended. So, when people started getting mad, we wave out and security will come in and, they know how to handle it, of course.
Yeah.
We're so lucky we have good people, good security people. Yeah.
Are you a boxing fan?
Yes.
Yes. So what our social media guy, Danny, he had an old blog. He said we should do something. You guys should make a collaboration where you have a boxing ring in there and you get a burrito and you guys have a fight, That's how we settle all this.
Yeah, well,
I
don't know how that will work out, but that's a good idea.
Yeah, it'll be good, right?
Uh-huh.
It'll be good. Now, is most of the business done overnights?
Those 3 particular locations, which are the ones that had the most volume, 60-40.
Okay, 60-40 overnight?
40, yeah.
Okay, so those are the 3 busiest ones, though?
Correct.
Got you, okay. And which one seems to have the most problems, the most fights?
Greektown.
Greektown?
Greektown.
Really?
Yeah,
Greektown is the most fights.
yeah.
Over Harlem and Higgins, huh? Teasers people.
They share this space. Yeah, 1 month it may be Harlem and Higgins, and next month would be Greektown.
Yeah.
But we went through a very, very difficult time during the pandemic.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, but we stuck it up. We stayed open. We're grateful for our customers that continue coming.
Yeah.
I mean, we were afraid like anybody else.
Yes.
Because we didn't know the severity of the virus. But my sons, my daughter, my wife, myself, my brothers, everybody, took the necessary precautions, and we kept the places busy. We kept them open. Particularly in Greektown, the Chamber of Commerce wanted to shut us down.
Really?
Yeah, they said, "Well, no one can. We only provide security on the street for until 1:00. So you guys got to shut down at 1:00." I said, "I got to pay my rent. We got to pay the employees. I mean, even if we don't. As a matter of fact, the first 3 or 4 months we made no money whatsoever. We were taking money to pay the employees out of our savings." I said, "What are we going to do if I had to let 3, 4 employees on each location? If we close at 1:00, 1 in the morning?" I said, "No. Yeah. Wow, you got to make sure that you always have good security there. You got to have the." Trust me, there's no one more interested in having a safe place than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys don't want to be bothered. Well, that's what we pay you for. Who pays the Chamber of Commerce? We do. I mean, the people that own the businesses. They said, "But you gotta be on our side. You gotta help us out." And towards the end, they realized, you know what? These guys are the ones that kept the businesses going, because Greektown. You guys know how many restaurants are in Greektown. Everybody shut down. 1:00. We were the only ones open. So it was a risk that we took, but it paid off. It paid off. And some people are still closed Saturday and Sunday at 10 p.m., midnight, or 1:00. We haven't changed our hours much.
What time are you guys open till?
Friday and Saturday, 3 a.m.
Uh-huh.
The remainder of the days, 2 a.m.
Okay.
2 a.m.
I thought it was later for some reason.
Well, we used to. We have 2 locations that are still 24/7.
Which ones are those?
Higgins and Des Plaines.
Okay, so those are about 24/7.
Yeah, 24/7. Greektown used to be 24/7.
Yeah.
But it made no sense for us, because after 3:00, this downtown was empty.
Yeah.
So it made no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, I didn't need to be told that I needed to close. I got no customers.
Yeah.
All the employees go home. We'll change the schedules.
Yeah.
We do whatever it takes to survive. And we
Yeah.
survive. Thank God. We thank God. Thank the family for being on our side. And everybody pitched in and did the work. And
Yeah.
we only lost 2 locations.
Yeah. Good for you, man. I'm happy to hear that. Especially like you said, you got screwed on that one because of, unfortunately people were assholes and broke in, and then the other one was a mall. What are you going to do? You couldn't control that.
I know. Who was going to the malls?
Yeah, no one was going to the malls, So it's really out of your control. But, it's tough, man. It's tough.
Really,
man.
really tough.
Yeah,
really
and
tough.
especially I feel just staying open late is dwindling and dwindling. Not many places are open late anymore either.
I know. The city's got to loosen up a little bit.
Yeah?
They got to loosen up a little bit. They can be so strict. I mean, where do they think the taxes come from?
Yeah.
Businesses opening the weekends, and let's. United Center is one of our most profitable places that we have. You got concerts there, we got business there.
Yeah, for sure, man.
We monitor what's going on. Soldier Field, United Center, the other arenas downtown, and concerts and all. We know that, okay, we got a concert in United Center. Let's be ready.
Yeah.
Let's be ready. I mean, have an extra person there. My son is there. I can go there. My wife, whomever is available.
Yeah.
If we don't get it, we don't get it. What do we lose?
Yeah.
But if all of a sudden at 2 a.m., we get a rush of people, we got to handle it. We got to get it taken care so that everybody goes home happy. We can't have not enough staff, and then all of a sudden, 30, 40 people showed up in 5 minutes.
Yeah, there's got to be a happy medium, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, there's got to be a happy medium. I mean, because you got to have places for people to go, and you got to be there for guys who, the American dream, 20 grand and open up their own place, and went on to open up 13 places. I mean, of course, you got to make sure everything's safe. I understand that too.
Absolutely.
They don't want to, but if you have your security beefed up and stuff,
and they already know. They already know. it's if the place is starting to get crowded, they close the door and tell the people kindly,
Gotta go, yeah.
yeah, we're gonna close on a temporary basis. Give us give us a little time to, take care of the people so that we're not overcrowded. Because we don't, people, women. Oh my God, women are touchy sometimes. Oh my God.
Yeah, they get upset with you?
Well, not among themselves. Sometimes a guy looks at him, he say, "What?" They start shouting at it. They tell them. I mean, they have a lot of times they're coming from a party. They're already,
Well, it's a hostile environment, man. People are trying to get their quesadilla. You know what I mean? If someone tries to grab, hey, that was my quesadilla. I was $4.92. You were, I was motherfucker. It's the stupidest shit happens at those places, and it's a shame. And that's where people just got to realize to let it go. The littlest shoulder bump or the littlest stare, just let it go. And it's not worth it. Now people are crazier and they, react to more. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. It's a hard thing.
It is really
hard.
And the fact of the matter that they tell the cashier, only green salsa, and they open their bag. And, you gave me red salsa. Okay, I'll give you more green salsa.
Yeah, no problem.
Or... the tiniest little bit of thing can explode into something big. But,
How old were you when you came over to America?
I was 21.
21?
21.
Now, I had a friend who was from the Tijuana area, and he lived in California, San Diego area for a while. And he said he thinks that Chicago has better Mexican food than California, and just in general. Have you spent time in California?
I have.
What do you think?
No, their food.
You don't think so?
No way.
You think it's better in California?
Chicago, not only Mexican, but throughout the whole aspect of the culinary. Chicago has the best of everything.
You think Chicago's better or California?
Chicago.
Chicago's better?
No doubt about it.
So you agree with him?
Absolutely.
So there's really good Mexican food in Chicago?
There is good Mexican food.
Yeah?
Really, really good.
Do you have other places you like? Do you do that?
I don't, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't go to a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
I don't. And
yes.
I don't go out much. I don't go out
okay.
much to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
yeah,
my food is number one.
Yeah.
My food is number one. What?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go out to have food less quality to what I have?
Yeah.
No.
So you were really impressed, though, when you came here. You're like, wow, Chicago is good Mexican food, huh?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I found that interesting, because you always hear California because it's so close.
But it's no.
Yeah. So how long did you live in California?
No, I never lived in California. We have visited.
You have visited and stuff?
And we don't find places that are decent.
I found that interesting, though, and he lived there for a while. He's like, I was shocked to see that I found better Mexican food here than in California. So
because there's people from all over Mexico.
Yeah.
So they bring their traditions. They bring because the food that you eat at a restaurant is how Mama used to cook.
Yeah.
So we didn't invent anything. We have not invented anything. We have added things here and there, and now with people being more conscious about vegetarians and more alternatives, we have introduced bowls and a veggie section of our menu now. And but still, it's our season. It's really, really simple. It's the way that my mom used to season our food. That's how we cook.
Yeah,
that's how we cook. We don't hide anything.
Yeah.
Like we get new people and we train them and all that. And can you go make the mix? You gonna trust me to go make the mix? Yeah, there's nothing. There's no secrets here.
Yeah,
it's just good quality. The quality of the ingredients is what makes the food.
Yes.
And then, of course, a good person preparing it.
Yes.
Preparing it. Since 2005, we were already expanding, and we're going to build a brand new building. I said, you know what? I think we should be futuristic, and instead of doing the prep on each particular location, because when we used to have a chef on each restaurant, I said, it's going to become expensive. Why don't we build this place with the intention of making it the commissary, place where all the food gets prepared. We load it up in a truck every day, every other day, as needs requires, and send it over. So that's what we did. So Belmont and Long is our main kitchen.
Oh, okay.
And then me coming in from the large manufacturing, I started bringing large equipment. We make our salsa. We don't make our salsa on top of the gas range. We make it in huge kettles, 60 and 80 gallon kettles.
Wow.
Yeah, and we can afford to. We never charge you for salsa. We give you, plenty of salsa.
Yeah.
We can afford it because we buy in large quantities. We cook in high efficiency equipment, and that's how we control our cost, by having quality industrial size equipment.
What do you think about that too? That's interesting too. And you're for people that don't know, this place is too. You go up and you order, and then they call your number, and you go grab your food. So it is like a fast, casual kind of place, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So and I'm saying a place that has a waitress or a waiter come up to you and serve your food. What do you think about places that don't offer the free chips and salsa? Because I think it should be standard at a Mexican place.
Well, we sell them.
Yeah, so but I think that's different because you guys are you got to go to the register. So
correct.
It's a different scenario.
No. If you have waitresses,
yes.
it should be part of the service.
That's what I mean.
No doubt about it. Because you're providing more than quality food.
Correct.
You're providing an additional service.
Experience.
Correct. The way that we do it's we ask you to help us continue providing good quality service at a reasonable price.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You go to a place where you're gonna be seated. The waiter is gonna come in and order. You go spend $20, $25 with us. You spend $30, $40, $50.
Yes.
So what's the cost of a chips and salsa?
That's what I'm saying.
No, by all means, if you're providing waitress services, chips and salsa should be, and it should be quality salsa. Not ever from a can. I go into a place. This is why I tell you I don't go to Mexican places, because I see. Come on.
How do you know? What's a telltale sign?
Well, the flavor.
The flavor.
You feel the preservatives.
Okay.
You feel the vinegar. You feel all that. I mean, try to wait. I said, come on, people, please. I mean, it's not complicated to make salsa. It's not complicated. It's real. I mean, everybody in the commissary knows how to make salsa. Everybody knows how to do the ground beef. Everybody knows how to do the mix for the meats. Everybody knows everything.
Mm-hmm.
We're not afraid that people go somewhere else and start their own place, or go take the recipe somewhere else. This is freedom. This is the United States.
Yeah.
We left Mexico because we were not happy with the way the things operate there.
Mm-hmm.
So here, I mean, why are we going to start restricting people from knowing what we do? Anybody, any customer, if he kindly asks, so can I come in the back of your kitchen? Well, let me get you a hairnet, and I'll be more than happy to give you a tour of my kitchen. As you can see in all the restaurants, you see most of the activity. But the grill, we have kitchens that are back to back. Some of them are 90 degrees, but we're not hiding everything.
No.
You see how people are cooking your food.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
you do see that.
And it's just like we don't hide anything from the employees. We don't hide anything from the customers.
Yeah, I'm glad you agree on that, chips and salsa. I don't know how that take would go over, but it's a sit-down restaurant.
Well, it's you're providing an experience. You're trying to provide an experience. Chips and salsa. We sell chips and salsa for less than $2.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have three people sit down and
whatever.
Have special places that sell beer or liquor. I mean, chips and salsa. it's just
Yeah, I understand guac because
appetite.
avocados are expensive, so that
guacamole.
makes sense. Yeah, that makes
Guacamole
sense.
is something else.
Yes.
And some people lately, people have kind of understood guacamole, but it used to be that a lot of people, a lot of restaurants sell guacamole salsa,
Mm.
which is green salsa with a bit of guacamole, and people will say, "Oh, can you give me guacamole salsa?" Oh, we don't have guacamole salsa. We have guacamole, you know. Oh, why is it $2.75 or why is it? Because guacamole, just for your information, I tell them guacamole is more expensive than any of our meats because guacamole it's a commodity.
Yeah.
A commodity that comes from a couple states in Mexico. California produces some avocado, very little. Not they can't even. I mean, they barely produce enough for California. Chile, Peru, Ecuador, they produce, but the quality is not there.
Yeah, it's not.
Quality,
It's,
no, absolutely not. And they go to Mexico and they get the plants from there and do whatever. But it's not the plant. It's the land. It's the soil that produces the quality of the avocado.
What do you think of Chipotle?
Chipotle. It's a good place. It's a good place. Nothing better about them. It's just not totally authentic. Not totally authentic. I mean, they're competition. I mean, they
for sure.
Man, they got a lot of money. They got a lot of money, and they do tremendous marketing. Nothing against them. I mean, this is the United States. I mean,
you got it.
Whomever has the power and the desire and why not?
Yep.
They bought a little place and they
blew it up.
They blew it up. They blew it up. I mean, it's good quality food.
Yeah.
Good quality food
and then you talked about the aggressiveness of people when they're drunk. About fights and stuff. I got to imagine, besides that, the bathroom situation.
Oh, my God. Yeah. When we ate at 811 West Jackson, Greektown, we used to have, 900 square feet, no washroom. People would do all kinds of things outside because we got a parking lot next to us. Oh, my God, it was a constant battle. So Chinese place next to us went out of business. We took it over, made sure, okay, priority number one, we got to provide washrooms because we can't be cleaning outside. So we provide 2 nice washrooms. My older son said, make sure you put combination locks on it. But it's going to be complicated. No. Yes, put them on. So, okay, so we put combo locks. And then it has worked so beautiful because people don't walk directly into the washroom. They always think that they need to buy something or at least, can I have the code for the door? Oh, number one is always open. Or they go, talk to security. They know, they already talked to somebody. They know that somebody is going to be watching them. So it has worked beautiful.
That's nice.
It has worked beautiful.
But what do you mean? So you got to tell someone 22, 16, 22 or whatever?
Yeah.
And they remember it in the drunk state? They know how to do a combination lock?
Well, it's not that complicated. It's not a round thing. It's
just like
a keypad.
Oh, it's a keypad. Okay, sorry.
A keypad.
I was thinking of the
No.
Man, you can't even get a freshman to do one of those. I was thinking of a drunk girl in Greektown.
I keep it, and we keep one. We have 2 washrooms for everybody. We keep one lock, the other one unlocked. So we tell them, number one is always unlocked. They go in, they take it, and then if we have more requests for the washroom, then we particularly the ladies we tell them, go use that one.
Yeah.
So they feel important. They gave me the number, so I gotta be on my best behavior, and it works out. It has worked out beautiful.
That's good.
Work out beautiful.
That's good.
I mean, things that we have to do, they normally you don't think, oh, this is going to be.
Yeah.
But he came out with that idea, and it worked. And it's people respect. A lot of times say, do I need to buy something to use the washroom? You have to go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it also keeps the the homeless out. Because
Yeah.
they go in and they think that it's just a place where they can take a shower.
Yeah.
So
It's a lot,
It's
yeah.
a lot. It's a lot.
But that parking lot, what there must have been just people taking snowman shits and stuff
my
in there.
God,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was
And then people would used to tell me, why you guys keep cleaning the parking lot? We're a restaurant.
yeah.
It's next to us.
Yeah.
We can't have
You can't have that.
garbage.
Yeah.
We can't have garbage. You think we're gonna have everything else? So we have to do whatever it takes. And grab a hose,
Yeah.
throw a bunch of soap and detergent and degreaser and whatever else, and hose everything down. That's what we had to do. That's what we had to do to, daytime. You can't have people walking by and seeing a place like that
Yeah.
next to a restaurant.
For sure.
Yeah,
Not at all.
the people would just say, it's not your space.
Yeah.
I know it's not my space, but it affects me.
Yeah.
Affects me personally. If I get offended by that, I don't want my customers to.
For sure. You care
Yeah,
about your business.
Exactly.
Yeah. I got to tell you this too. So I have a buddy who he prides himself on being able to eat while he's driving. Okay?
Oh my God.
And he doesn't spill. Okay? So he doesn't spill. So he's done Giordano's pizza. He didn't spill. He's done Portillo's chopped salad. He's done Rico Benny's steak sandwich. He's done Bocce's slice of pizza. He's never spilled. He's only spilled one thing, and it's the TBK Super King burrito.
Oh, my God.
That's his only loss on the record.
Wow.
That's his only loss.
Well, that's
That's
it's a Super King burrito.
That's a Super King
You
burrito.
need two hands. You need two hands. You need two hands. No, you can't be driving and eating a Super King. Quesadilla maybe.
Yeah.
If you request to cut it in 4, but Super King burrito, no way is good. I mean, you gotta be. Yeah, no.
That's a testament to you guys. You guys load that thing up. He said he was wearing it. He got out of the car. He was just all over his stomach. Yeah.
We used to have competitions. Who would eat the biggest burrito? That
Oh,
we used
really?
To make. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's
It was
awesome.
part of our marketing, and we had people come in and just ate it all, man.
Yeah.
And then give me extra meat, give me extra this. Oh man, that thing was
Loaded,
football
huh?
size.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah. No, but it's no. He couldn't. There was no way he was gonna accomplish. No, it's tough. It's
Yeah,
tough.
that's
Super
tough.
King, but it is tough.
That's tough. Well, good. And then I also want to give a shout out to Rick. He used to be at the Harlem and the Belmont. I know he passed away. But
Yes, he did. He did.
Legendary guy.
One of our best employees.
Yeah.
He was with us for a very, very, very long time. Yeah.
Legendary guy.
Legendary indeed.
And then
Yes.
also, it just so happens your son works for Penn National. He's an employee, so we're basically
Yes.
coworkers too.
Yes.
That's how this worked
Jonathan
out.
Lamas indeed.
Yeah.
He's probably the youngest employee we ever had.
Oh yeah.
Yes, back in 2008 when we opened TBK Chinatown, there's no employees in Chinatown. There's nobody that wants to work in Mexican restaurant. So we're getting people from Chicago, and they were so we were so in such demand because they never had a Mexican restaurant. So all these white people, they got a Mexican restaurant, good quality, original. Oh, they waited and waited and waited until we opened up. So after 3 weeks, the employees got tired, and all of a sudden everybody called in on Sunday. So it was my wife, myself, and our youngest son. The other ones were in Chicago working.
There you go.
So we took him, not thinking that he was going to be on the register, but we were so busy that I was on the grill. My wife helping with the salad refrigerator and with the dinners and everything else. And we go back and forth taking orders, and all of a sudden he comes in and starts looking, and he knew the register, but he was so tiny that people wouldn't think about ordering from him. And we told him, "You want your order? Give it to him, please, because we can't keep up."
How old were you?
2008, but probably
9 years old.
9, 10, 10 years
Hey,
old.
you need the authentic Mexican people there, man.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. I was telling someone, I was like, I'm so excited. I'm having the owner at TBK, and they're like, man, I hope he's Mexican. And I was like, you know what I mean? They're like, yeah, that would. Could you imagine? You know, and he is happy to report.
Mexican as
Yeah.
Mexican as he gets.
Yeah, exactly.
Proud of it, and
Good.
a U.S. citizen, of course. But
Good, man. It's a very cool story.
It is indeed.
Very, very happy for you. That is awesome. $20,000 to, having.
It took the entire. We come from a large family. We're 13 altogether, so it took everybody's savings.
Yeah.
Back then we didn't make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So well, my mom had a couple $1,000. My older brother maybe 1,000. I had 500. Well, of course, I don't remember exact numbers, but everybody pitched in, and they went on, and then later on they were not making it.
Yeah.
So I couldn't pay Fernando. Carlos is my brother that started the business. He said, well, we didn't sell enough. Fernando's not going to, I'm not going to get a paycheck, but it's okay. But, Fernando, we got to pay him. So, we're giving him additional money until finally, I think they started making their own salary after a year. Mm-hmm. But they stuck with it. They stuck with it, and it paid off.
And how many brothers are in now? The three of you?
3 brothers and a sister.
Awesome.
Awesome. As owners, but basically everybody's involved.
Yeah.
Nieces, nephews,
good
sisters. Yeah.
And it's good now. It's working out. You guys are getting the good tequila at the holiday party, at the family parties.
Nothing but the best.
Good.
Yeah.
I love to hear that, man.
Yeah. No, we're very, very happy with our success.
Good.
We're proud of what we have accomplished. We have planches, but we're still humble.
Yeah.
We're still honest. We're at the restaurants every day, every single day. We're there when we need to be, and we take time off whenever people are not partying. New Year days we're working.
Oh, I know.
The 4th of July, the 3rd of July actually.
Oh yeah.
Day before any type of holiday, we gotta be working. But there is other days that we can, everybody's not thinking about, being home with the family or not partying. So we take our time off.
For sure.
But when we need to be there, we're there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, that's awesome, man. That's a great story. Absolute legend as far as I'm concerned on the Northwest side. So great to put a face on that red and white Taco Burrito King sign that I've seen my whole life. So Salvador Lamas, I appreciate it. Anything we should get out there? Anything people should know?
The only new thing that is coming up is a brand new building. It's not going to be a brand new location because we already have a place in Alsep, 122nd and Pulaski. Mm-hmm. But same thing. We started with a little place that we purchased from someone else that had already somewhat of an established place. And my sister has made it work. And during the pandemic, same thing. Everybody around here shut down. So the city noticed, because when you got all your money coming out from all these businesses, I don't think the city realizes, get me my share and whatever is coming from.
Yeah.
But since everybody was closed, they noticed that we were doing a good volume and they were getting good revenues. So they approached us. Hey, we're declaring Pulaski Road as an enterprise zone. So what that implied was that they were buying every place that was not making any money, little houses that were built on the avenue, and the city was buying it. They said, we have a lot for you. Go take a look at 117 in Pulaski. So we went look at it. Huge lot. 4 lots. 300 feet long, 125. So he said, well, this is too big for us. We can't afford it. I said, no. So we're here to help you.
Oh, that's
we're here
nice.
to help you. We're going to give you a set price. You give us 50%. We hold on for the other 50% for 2 years while you start building or finish building it. So we say, oh, this is an offer we really cannot refuse and should not refuse. So we get together again. We all put our money together. My sister, Carlos, and myself say, okay, let's go in together. So we signed the agreement, and unfortunately, we couldn't get through Water Reclamation District to the state for the permitting and all that. So it took 2 years before I can actually get my hands on a permit. So the city knocks on our doors. The lawyer for the city says, or the village, said, 2 years, we need our money. We have it, we can give it to you, but you're going to handicap us by when we start construction. I said, how about if we give you, I was talking to my lawyer, he said, how about we offer the city $50,000 and they can wait for us a couple more years, and we get a permit in 30 days. So that he approached the mayor. The mayor said, I don't have a problem whatsoever, but it's a village property, it's a village money. I can't make the decision. So they presented it to the village trustees, and they said, okay, we'll take the $50,000, but you only get until September to either finish building or come out with the rest of the money. So we broke ground right before Christmas, and we're building a 5,000 square feet building with a drive-through, state of the art.
When's it open?
At the end of the year.
All right.
I don't want to be. I don't want to give a date. No, because it's.
Well, keep your eye out then. TacoBurritoKing.com. Is that the?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, check that out. Yeah.
TacoBurritoKing.com, TBK.com.
All right.
And we're relocating one of our little stores into a brand new building at the end of the year.
Beautiful. And then we'll end on this actually. What's the most profitable item?
The most profitable item are burritos.
Okay.
Burritos. The volume, of course, always going to be tacos.
Okay.
Volume-wise, tacos, yeah.
That's
but
the most,
burritos, yes.
Okay, burritos most expensive.
Yeah,
and what's your fastball? What do you think is your best item? If you go to TBK, this is what you should order if someone's listening.
Well, quesadillas are super popular.
Okay.
Quesadillas are super popular.
That steak quesadilla.
The steak quesadillas, the veggie quesadillas are selling like hotcakes. And we promote them big time. We promote them big time. We give them away for about a month. Yeah. We have monthly specials.
Yeah.
So we take one item and cut it, to cost. We sell it at cost, and people, and we know what time of the year, what month, what time of the year we should give back a little bit. September or the end of August, when parents are getting ready to go to school, they have those expenses, buying the kids, all the preparations, all the necessary things that they need to go back to school. We put the burrito.
Yeah.
Burrito at discount price.
Yeah.
And people are waiting, and we see a drop in business because they're waiting for the burrito because they have a lot of expenses.
Yeah, for sure.
And as soon as we put it in, our volume goes huge.
Yeah.
We don't make any money, but but that's part of our whole mentality. Give it back.
Give it back to the community.
Give it back to the community.
Beautiful.
But when they're going through a difficult time, we're there to help out because they have always helped us.
Yeah.
30 years, it's a long time.
Speaks for itself, man.
30 years is a long time. It started with a young person, trying to venture into business, whole family getting back together, doing the whole effort. And, I was not in the business for a long time. I actually started in the business in 2001. When we
got in late.
When we finished the brand new building on 3260 North Harlem. So it's been tough. But it has been a pleasure.
It's a good thing, and you told me this before. It's a good thing Dick Portillo didn't buy that hot dog stand, huh?
Oh, I know, I know.
He tried to, right?
Well, he actually was this is the story that I hear from someone that on the produce business, that he actually came and asked if he could be trained, he wanted to be in the business.
Yeah.
They didn't have enough space for him. It's not
Okay.
that he didn't want him. And he went to a place on Addison and Central. I don't remember the name of the place. And that's where he started his training.
Interesting.
Yeah, and look what
he built now,
Look what
right?
he built. That's,
How about that?
That's an empire.
Maybe you could build that. Yeah,
well.
you'll be cashing out for $3 billion, and you could get a nice little beach house in Florida. A little different than Shanahan, right?
Well, we have a house that we live really comfortable.
Yeah.
We're
I got
blessed. We're really blessed.
Yeah.
And we found a really nice community where my sons and my daughter grew. So we're really happy.
Awesome story. Thank you so much for coming in.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Jonathan, Penn National employee. Appreciate it for setting this up. Go check out tbk.com. This was a lot of fun. Salvador Lamas. That's it for today, everybody. Thank you for listening. We'll be back tomorrow with the Chicago mayoral race. So tune in for that if you're Chicago local and you want to hear more. Yeah, that's it. We'll see you tomorrow.